What is up, guys? Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you all the heads up on everything that you can expect for the up and coming week. This week we have a boosted Iron Banner, the final one for Season 19, a breakdown of the Raid Challenge, the featured activities, the weekly rituals, and more importantly, what tests is available for Bright Dust this week. This week is looking super spicy, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below, and remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. Just over 60% of the viewers on the channel aren't currently subscribed, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay, guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This is week 9 of Season 19, and this week sees us have a boosted Iron Banner. This sees reputation gains across the board in several ways when Fortress returns on this week's weekly reset, including increases to our base reputation that we earn per match, increases to our multiplier contributions when wearing Iron Banner armor, and increased multiplier contributions for equipping an Iron Banner emblem. Not only should this help alleviate the losing streak exploit from the last Iron Banner event, this week will also be your last chance to get the Razor's Edge sword and the Frontier's Cry hand cannon. So make sure to jump in this week, don that Iron Banner armor, and pick up some sweet, precious loot. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the King's Fall Raid Challenge, and this week's challenge is called Hands Off. This takes place over in the Oryx encounter, and players must not kill the same Ogre or Light Eater Knight throughout the encounter. This challenge is very much down to excellent communication, and as long as you can own your Ogres and Light Eater Knights, this is a fairly simple challenge to complete. Now, if you and your team can pull it off, you'll get access to an additional raid chest and some extra harrowed loot. Now, moving on to the featured raid and dungeon content for the week, this week sees the Vault of Glass return. This is the other reprised raid in Destiny 2, has a massive range of incredible weapons, as well as the Vex Mythoclast exotic fusion rifle. The Vault of Glass is one of the most nostalgic raids in Destiny, and as the featured raid, all the challenges will be available. So if you're looking to farm out some of the weapons, then this week would be the week to jump back into the vault. Now, as for the featured dungeon, the Grasp of Avarice returns. This launched alongside the 30th anniversary pack and is also home to the Galahorn rocket launcher. Now, as well as that, you can also get your hands on the Artifice armor, which is some of the most sought after armor in the game. So if you want to make sure you have the right armor ahead of Lightfall, or if you're still chasing power levels, then by defeating the bosses in both the raid and dungeon, these will offer additional pinnacle rewards. Now, next up, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and its 30th anniversary pack activity. And this week, we'll see the Wild Hunt armor set return. And that is accompanied by the Scatterhorn armor set, which launched alongside Forsaken. So as always, if you're still filling out your transmog collection, then these armor pieces can drop during the activity when you complete it, or by handing in strange coins and opening paracausal halls over at the Star Horse in the Treasure Hoard. As for weapons, we also have Season of the Hunt weapons available. This week sees the Arsenic Bite Bow, the Blast Batu grenade launcher, the Corsair's Wrath linear fusion rifle, the Deafening Whisper grenade launcher, the Dire Promise hand cannon, the Enigma's Draw sidearm, the Escape Velocity SMG, the Gian 7 pulse rifle, the Royal Chase scout rifle, the True Prophecy hand cannon, the Friction Fire SMG, and the Timeline's Vertex fusion rifle. So if you still find yourself chasing god rolls on those, and none of those weapons are currently craftable, then you'll need to jump back into Dares this week to get your hands on them. Now, next we're going to look at some real-time multiplayer battles. These come in the form of ClashRoyale, which is one of the best real-time multiplayer battle action games available and is completely free to play. Now, you can download this for free on Android and iOS. Now, when you jump in, you'll be able to build the ultimate battle deck and outsmart your enemies in these fast-paced real-time battles. This comes from the creators of Clash of Clans and offers a real-time multiplayer battle game starring all your favourite characters. Now, in Clash Royale, you get to choose unique and upgradable cards in your battle deck and start battling against players from all around the world. Now, when jumping into the arena, you'll need to place your cards right and knock down the enemy king and princesses from their towers in this fast-paced strategic game. There are over 100 cards to collect and upgrade, featuring all your favourite troops, spells and defences that you all know and love. And by winning battles, you get to progress to new arenas and unlock new powerful cards for your collection. Now, if you're looking for the ultimate challenge, you can jump into the league and global tournaments to match yourself against some of the best players in the world. And if that's not enough, you can even join a clan to share your cards and earn even more epic rewards. Now, Clash Royale is completely free to play, and if you use my link in the video description or the QR code that you see here, you'll be able to join one of over 100 million players that have downloaded this on Android and iOS. There's never been a better time to jump into Clash Royale, earn tower skins, emotes, and even powerful magical items from your season pass, all whilst upgrading your cards and decks and taking on some of the best players in the world. It truly is one of the best real-time multiplayer battle games out there, so make sure to jump into Clash Royale today, and I'll see you in the arena. Now, next up, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a new Nightfall and Grandmaster Nightfall for week 9, and this week's is the Birthplace of the Vile. Now, this strike launched all the way back in Witch Queen and finds itself one of the more challenging Grandmaster Nightfalls this season. Now, if you and your team can pull it off, then the Hung Jury SR4 is available. This is the first and last chance to get your hands on the Adept version of this weapon, which is exclusive to the Grandmaster difficulty. Now, whilst on the subject of Nightfalls, we also see bonus Vanguard ranks all week long. This is a great opportunity to level up Commander Zavala over in the tower, whilst also earning the Veles X Pulse Rifle and its relevant vendor ornament. Now, as for the Crucible, we see Momentum Control return. Once again, if you still find yourself working on seasonal challenges, then Momentum Control is the game mode for you. So whether you're looking to get those done or you're just chasing the extra pinnacle reward, then make sure to jump into Momentum Control this week. Now, from here, we're going to move on to seasonal challenges. And for week 9, we have just 6 seasonal challenges once again. These include the Legend Heist Battlegrounds 2, and here you need to complete each heist battleground on Legend difficulty. Next up, we have Heavy Loadout. For this, you need to defeat targets with machine guns, and you'll get bonus progress for defeating Guardians. As well as that, you'll need to defeat powerful combatants in heist battlegrounds. Next, we have Pinnacle, and here you need to reach the power level of 1590 by earning Pinnacle rewards. That's followed by Armory-wide Calibration, and here you need to calibrate kinetic, energy, and power weapons, and you'll get bonus progress against champions. Next, we have Icy Singularity, and here you need to defeat targets with Void or Stasis effects, and you'll get extra progress for defeating invading Guardians. And the final challenge for this week is called Cosmic Chill, and for this you'll need to defeat combatants with Void or Stasis effects in Vanguard playlists. Now, some of these challenges offer Umbral Energy, they all offer Challenger XP, and some offer Bright Dust, which brings us nicely onto the final section of today's video, and that's what Tess has available for Bright Dust in week 9 of Season of the Seraph. Now, over in the featured Bright Dust shelf, we have an exotic emote called Read the Map. This is from Season of the Splicer and will set you back 3,250 Bright Dust. Next up, we have Rover Shell, an exotic Ghost Shell, and will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Next, we have Stasis Entrance, a legendary transmat effect. So if you're collecting, this will set you back 450 Bright Dust this week. Now, as for the shader this week, this is called Growing Guilt, which is a legendary shader that will set you back 300 Bright Dust. This is the final shader that was introduced this season, so make sure not to miss out on it and be sure to pay Tess a visit. Now, over in the main Bright Dust store, we have the Hit the Bag, another exotic emote. So if you fancy picking this one up, this will set you back 3,250 Bright Dust. That's alongside a legendary emote called Coach Dance. This is brand new for this season and will set you back 700 Bright Dust. That's alongside Neculus Shell, another exotic Ghost Shell, and will set you back 2,850 Bright Dust. Now, next up we have legendary armor ornaments, and this is for the Arc 3.0 set. Now, this week we'll see the class item available. So for the Warlock, you have the Arc Light Bond. For you Titans, you'll have the Thunderous Impact Mark. And for you Hunters, you'll have the Dynamo Current Cloak. Each item will set you back 1,200 Bright Dust, so be sure to pay Tess a visit with each class if you're looking to pick them all up. Now, alongside legendary ornaments, we also have exotic ornaments for each class. This week we see the Sovereign Signal for the Crown of Tempests. We have the Execute Revival for the Phoenix Cradle, and also the Astrostrides for the Stompies. Now, each one will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust, so once again, be sure to pay Tess a visit with all 3 classes. Now, the penultimate item is called the Memory of Bruce, a legendary ghost projection, and this will set you back 1,500 Bright Dust this week. And the final item available is called the Logic, which is an exotic weapon ornament for the Lament. Now, the Lament and this ornament both launched in Witch Queen, so if you missed out on this one, this will set you back just 1,250 Bright Dust this week. So there we have it, guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 9 of Season of the Seraph. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to back to the game as always, guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.